move LC 003741-2.
Yeah.
Representative Simini moves amendment LC 003741/2, that is seconded by Representative Jones, Representative Kennedy, Representative Diaz, Representative Alameda, Representative Slater, Representative Ferry, and Representative Lee. Proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. At the end of this article, there's section 4, which I believe the chairman just mentioned, that prevents any municipality from setting their own minimum wage. What this amendment does is actually add to the section, to the language in that section. It does not delete it, but rather adds language that says, unless a majority of electors voting in a referendum in the municipality in which the proposed minimum wage would take effect to authorize such a measure. So what the intent of this amendment is to say that the state can tell municipalities that they can't set their own minimum wage, but should that municipality, through their own referendum process, choose to put it on the ballot, and the voters of that municipality, the same folks who we trusted to vote for us, vote in to raise that minimum wage for their community, that they feel like it's best for their community, then they would have the right to do so. And should those voters choose to raise that minimum wage, then that community would have a higher minimum wage. My intent is to give communities local control, that their residents know what's best for them, and give them the opportunity to present that voice. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Deputy Speaker Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members of the House. I rise in opposition to this amendment. The Speaker and the leader have continually been out there saying we're going to focus on two things, the jobs and the economy. And in order to do that, we need a coordinated, efficient state effort to do that. We cannot have cities and towns out there setting their own standards, running amok on that. If we're going to have any chance of getting out of this economy, then we need to give this leadership a chance to continue with the plan for jobs and economy and not have the cities and towns all over the place. So for that reason, I'm opposed to this amendment, and I do believe in helping minimum wage. I've been the prime sponsor and have gotten that passed to help people because I think people need help with that. But this is not the way to do it. It's going to interfere with our state plan, and we need a chance to get that done. Thank you.
Representative Dickinson.
Mr. Speaker, with the sponsor of the amendment, yield to a question. Would that apply also to industry-specific breaks such as hotels?
My response to that would be that it would be reflective of whatever the individual community chose to put on their ballot for their referendum. So should a community choose to do that differently, should a community choose to have a municipality-wide minimum wage, that would be appropriate as well. It would be up to the citizens of that community to make that decision.
Thank you.
There are no other lights. Sorry. Representative Smith.
Thank you, Speaker. If I could just make one more comment, and that is that I do respect the efforts of this body and your leadership to focus on jobs and the economy, but I would like to just make note of the fact that when we talk about jobs, we're not just talking about job providers, we're talking about people working jobs as well, and they need to have wages that can support them. And so if a community thinks that they need a higher wage, I don't think that our body should stand in the way of that, and I urge passage. Thank you.
Representative McGraw.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. I'd just like a little clarification if I could get that. I was approached yesterday by a member of the town council of Central Falls. As the household knows, Central Falls has a very, a lot of people are below poverty level, and I'm kind of torn, because they said we needed this minimum wage bill for the cities and towns. But I also can respect it's always been a given that the state or the federal government will, hold account on the minimum wage. So I will be voting for the amendment, but I'll also be voting for what the people are trying to achieve. Thank you.
Representative Chip.
Thank you, Speaker. Will the sponsor of the amendment yield a question? If I'm reading this correctly, and I'm no Einstein, it appears to me that we would be authorizing a town or a city to actually drop the minimum wage to say $2 an hour.
One moment, please. Let me just...
I'm here all night.
Thank you, me too.
We're all for it. We're all for it.
Representative Trivandell, you may be reading that correctly.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. Again, I spoke. Okay, thank you.
Representative Cortez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just a quick couple of observations. I respect Representative Salini's efforts to do this, and I respect the efforts of those individuals who are looking to improve their quality of life. I have to say with half tongue of cheek that saying that on some important issues we bring them to the voters, and on some we don't. I think that was an allusion to something that happened last year. But as far as this particular issue, you're going to create a system of the potential for chaos with 39 cities and towns having 39 different minimum wages. That being the case, you're going to have some cities trying to increase the minimum wage, and you're going to see some of the businesses leave those cities, and then they're going to come up here asking for additional aid. So I think that this is a bad idea from an economic standpoint. I know it has altruistic motivations, but I don't think that we should support this.
Chairwoman Beck.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have to rise in opposition of this amendment, and I have concerns, and again, we talk about our business in our communities. We certainly have businesses that have satellite offices around the state, and they have staff members that go to different towns on different days. And then, so what would we do on some days they make a wage on, say they work in Cumberland, they get one wage, they go to Providence, they make another wage, and we're going to put that on our employees to try to figure that out. I think this is a bad amendment, and that's one of the reasons.
Lee Salone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members of the House. I too understand that the purpose of this amendment is laudable. We're all concerned with the hotel workers and people who are subject to the minimum wage, and we all try and do our best up here to make everyone's job better and help out all the workers in Rhode Island. And I, for one, have always done that in my career. However, while the intentions of this amendment may be laudable, I think we all understand that we can't have cities and towns putting different minimum wages up on the ballot. It just wouldn't be right, and it would go against pretty much every economic principle that there is. I mean, it's a small state with 39 cities and towns. Providence wants to have hotel workers make $15 an hour. Maybe Newport wants to have bartenders make $20 an hour, and maybe Westerly might want to have butchers who make Italian sausage make $50 an hour. You know, and I heard that you've never had Italian sausage until you've been to Westerly. Is that true? But I think the point is, in the humor, is that we can't have municipalities because there may be a pet peeve. You know, put something on a local referendum, have some people market that issue, and then bang, you have a different rate for certain workers. In anticipation of this debate, I also met with RIPAC, and I asked the representatives of RIPAC, you know, what do you think of this? And they said it doesn't work. In order to attract businesses, in order to have a stable economy, you need to have consistency. And while I don't want to be redundant, I know some of the speakers have already said that. But obviously, the intentions here are very good. But we can't do that. It would be devastating to our economy and to our city structure. So with that, I urge my colleagues to vote against this amendment. Thank you.
Representative King.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I do believe there are. In fact, I think just recently there was a passage in Seattle, someone may correct me if I'm wrong, but that has raised their minimum wage to $15 an hour as a living wage, and the rest of the state had not.
Right. I've heard that there are several different states. I believe there's Santa Fe has passed one. Arizona has also passed one in the municipality. In fact, there was a piece on NPR yesterday morning that talked about how people had the fear that adding to the minimum wage in just certain towns would have a negative economic impact. And what this piece went on to discuss was how, in reality, it turns out to add mere pennies to the cost of an item. I know we've heard about this on the national level as far as fast food. And what would it add to the cost of a hamburger? And it was surprisingly minimal to have, a $15 minimum wage for a fast food worker, which we think of as something where budgets are very tight and where they have a very small margin in order to make a profit. But they would only have to raise the cost of a burger 5-10 cents. So I've also heard, as I take the time to speak to the hotel workers that have come up to talk about their work experiences and look at the difference in hotel rates, because several hotels within our town, the city of Providence, have already a $15 minimum wage. And if you look at the room rates across those, there's no difference in reality. Those who are charging, paying their employees $15 an hour have comparable rates to those who are using the state current minimum wage. So I think that this is an important issue that we really need to think long and hard about, and what it actually takes to have a wage that workers can survive on. So even if this amendment doesn't pass, I know that this is a conversation that we'll be having again in the future. Thank you.
There are no other lights on the amendment. Clerk, Representative. You want to be heard, Representative Selena?
Sure. Please, I'm sorry. Thank you, Speaker. The budget process is sometimes a very quick process, and sometimes people bring up things on the floor that one hadn't considered. As Representative Chippendales thought, I reread it, and that's just to avoid the opportunity for anyone to reduce a minimum wage. What I would like to do is to withdraw my amendment, but to ask that the bill be voted in sections and separate out section 4, please.
Wow.
You're asking that section 4, commencing on line 34 on page 3, including lines 1 through 5 on page 4, be voted separately. I was correct? Okay. That is divisible. We will vote section 4 first, starting on line 34 on page 3 and ending on line 5 on page 4. You want to be heard, Representative Joe? Representative Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the House, I rise in opposition to Section 4 of this Act. I want to urge us to caution. The Chair of Finance Committee introduced a bill having this effect just last week. The issue regarding hotel workers looking for a $15 minimum wage has come up quite recently. The Providence City Council, the Providence Mayor, it is in their bailiwick right now. I have not really thought to myself about all the issues involved with the whole hotel workers proposal. I have some concerns about how it would affect restaurants in the hotels downtown in Providence. Some current concerns about how a $15 minimum wage for all people working in hotels in Providence, what sort of effect that would have on our economy, for the city, and for the state. But I think we're coming at this too quickly and taking kind of a paternalistic or maybe a maternalistic approach to it by saying, Providence, you can't do this. Would we be doing it if it was a $10 minimum wage? Would we be doing it if it was a $9 minimum wage? I think we're doing it because to some of us it may seem extreme. I think we're doing it perhaps because it's one industry, but I think we're doing it too quickly. When I asked someone in leadership about overwhelming municipal powers, I was reminded that we passed a law, Representative Palentio's law, I believe, saying that no community could ban a particular sort of dog, pit bulls. We didn't say no community can ban all dogs. And we heard that legislation. We discussed it. We heard it in Judiciary Committee. We thought about it long and hard. And we concluded it's not the dog or the breed of dog. It's the person who raises and trains the dog. I would urge you to vote against this legislation because it has such a broad effect. It goes way beyond this issue going forward to say no community, anytime, for all the employees in that community or perhaps for individual females, girls working in mills, a minimum wage for them. I just think this is going way too broad. We're acting too quickly. Let's let things in Providence take their course. We have a city council, we have a mayor, the city council chair would like to be mayor of the city, the mayor would like to be governor of the state of Rhode Island. These are people with a big view. Let's let them decide. Thank you.
Representative Silva.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Over the last couple of days, I've had several conversations with some of the members of the public concerns that they've had, and some of the individuals who are their concerns about the minimum wage. And I expressed my concern also, but I offered them an opportunity, hopefully going forward after this budget year, to sit down with them and get the state, city workers, cities, towns, businesses together at the table to really address minimum wage throughout the state, and not just the hotel workers, but throughout the whole state. Maybe come up back with something in January, and I hope they accept that and take me up on that after this session.
Thank you, Representative. Representative Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in opposition of Section 4. And the reason I do that is because I'm supporting workers in the city of Providence, especially hotel workers. Hotel workers, they work in long hours, very hard work, very intense. Most of them have to get another job in order to supply for family. It's important to us to create a job opportunity, but also to protect and motivate those who already have a job and they're looking to improve their income and bring more sources to the family. So in order to do that, I believe we need to leave the city council, the mayor to dealing with that. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing by passing Article 11, Section 4 is protecting the owners of the hotel. Because I believe we passed the Section 4, we are giving them the opportunity also to decrease the salary in the future. So I please my colleagues to protect the hotel workers of the city of Providence. Thank you.
Representative Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For fear of being retroactive, I would like to take this opportunity to clarify an earlier statement that I made. I think that for some industries like hotels, it has been shown that there appears to be little impact on the prices, and that the anecdotal evidence that I've heard on a piece of NPR showed that the impact was minimal, and 25 cents on a slice of pizza, for example, $1 on a pizza, and that it didn't appear to have changed or impacted the business itself. And I'm just going to say an argument, I want to be clear that there may be instances that will be impacted by this, but from the evidence that I have shown, it hasn't had a negative impact. Thank you.
Representative Giroux.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There's too many cameras in this room, so I'm not scratching my head. I don't want to mess up my hair too much. What are we trying to do here? This is a small state. We represent like a pimple on some behind of the bigger states, and we want to micromanage our towns to be doing all different things. We are a state government. I mean, I should be up here saying, let's not do this, because I have really nice restaurants in East Greenwich that would love a different minimum wage in Providence. We might get more business in East Greenwich. Please, this is a slippery slope. I don't encourage us, cutting up in cities and towns and bypassing state government. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. All right, we're back. We're on Article 11. Prior amendment says we're going to vote in section. There are no lights. Section 4 first. On page 3, from line 34, last line on that page, to page 4, line 5. Clerk, unlock the machine. All in favor of section 4, please vote green. Those opposed, red. Clerk, unlock the machine. 57 in favor, 17 opposed. Section 4 of Article 11 prevails. As to the rest of Article 11, clerk, unlock the machine. All in favor, please vote green. Those opposed, red. Clerk, lock the machine. 72 in favor, none opposed. The remainder of Article 11 prevails.